do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
So we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay,
No.
great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss. Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy boozy, and
Uh-oh, got a fart, and this chair's gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait!
John.
Hey!
Oh no! Oh no! Everybody else, hey! What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting
how
music.
my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
the ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that
Oh.
is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, No, you fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it. You're like, no, we got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, the house in London.
Update, not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. Yeah. No, but it was did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the four Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No, sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bed.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What a
You go
gentleman.
for two. That's how you start it out.
Smoother crunchy.
And then oh Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, he can't tie me up. Now I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice.
Someone get me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marion's got pink eye. She touched her in hole.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the governor general of this stream.
God damn it, guys. I took Ritalin today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? Two screens. I want to have two screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past the tennis courts. A ball had gone over the fence. Paul went down, grabbed it, threw it over, and the young woman who was playing said, "Thank you, sir."
Oh,
ouch!
Right, here's what's going to happen.
I'm going to fucking take over this fucking festival and you're not going to fucking stop me. Why? All these fucking robots all around the fucking city, right?
Yeah.
Don't knock a spit roast till you try it.
Just hang on. Can you just keep going? Make an appeal right now for us to stop this whole thing. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tom.
I think we should see Paul's face for this. There's going to be tears.
No, your junk in the trunk is not as prominent. Make the camera go lower now. Jesus. Now bounce your bottom, sir.
What are we doing?
Having a nice time. So let's watch
That's
it one
a
more
Betty
time.
Creases Jamaican for poop shoot.
So I'm on the toilet. The toilet paper's here. I grab some of the toilet paper. I stand up. I turn around.
Whoa!
Frank, no.
A whole lot of the world can get it right round itself if I have a bomb on bed.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
What was Tom talking
Whoa!
about?
Whoa!
Go, Matt.
What happened?
Go, Matt.
The bed is what?
He did it.
Richard Bald, we're over. I want people to be saying, Michael, is that a beard? And I can say, no, shit residue from the kink I enjoy participating in. I was moving into position right to blast away on her their chest, and I slipped on the sheets and accidentally punched her in the face, and then
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Oh my God, I was absolutely muted. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a real boudel of a stream. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Chris is apparently on the phone in a hallway. Took him 20 minutes to get a black coffee. Real old man screaming at clouds. Ladies and gentlemen, you can hear. Very good, Baldy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Coming at you live from those very early War on Terrorism videos. Baldy, we're really showing our age, quite frankly, of calling this a terrorist video, because as we both know, the high-definition cameras really kicked it up a big notch in the mid-2000s. Am I right? Holler, if you hear me. Kimmers B, welcome to the chat. Currently, this is the feed I'm getting from Chris. Not good. Not looking good at all. Oh, that certainly is true, Steve. Can you believe it? We are now crisscrossing into removing Chris. The second full year of me streaming. Isn't that insane? Oh, my word in heaven. Good God, just in that weird, stupid couch. I think that couch is going to get thrown out. It's currently in a storage space post second bed bug move. That apartment, of course, gone. I certainly am, ladies and gentlemen. I am coming at you live from, it's 2003, and we're going to find these WMDs. I, by the way, think I wrote a really killer, whoa, yo. All right, Chris has apparently joined the stream. Okay, his camera and image seems to be moving. We are going to now attempt to go to Chris. Not helping the Baghdad vibes, by the way. Not even one bit. Well, check this out.
Hey.
Yeah, see. Oh, I thought you were about to start playing the harmonica. Not put on sunglasses? That's what I did anyone else think Chris was about to
All right.
Oh my God, let me turn you down here a little bit. Holy Lord in heaven. Chris, how are you?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Very good. Did the
Good.
Emma Watson
Sorry, I'm
gym
late.
survive?
I was out.
Yes, it did.
What?
It's currently in a store. Well, because I'm talking about I just moved out of my apartment. We're talking about it's more than 2 years since I started streaming now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is extreme and insane. This COVID is COVID really was more than it was advertised. I was told 2 weeks, and look at us.
You know who I blame?
Socialism.
Thank you.
Are you about to pee?
I'm taking off my sweater. It's like
Guys,
I came in. It's so cold, and then it's so warm. It's very frustrating. I got this beautiful lamb's wool sweater. It's so warm.
Yeah. Oh, don't act like I did not pop to the Gap and get the absolute treat of all treats in Canada. A delicious waffle long sleeve tee. Gareth Waugh. Gareth Waugh, harmonica sunglasses got to be the first Untitled merch. Oh my God, imagine. That's the merch we should have. Harmonica sunglasses. Let
That
people
sounds
know
dope
you're
as hell.
cool with a blues song.
And in prison.
Hey, no one sings the blues anymore. Am I crazy?
You are well. There's what is there to be sad about, John? Let's be honest. The world is peaking.
Listen, if I'm to understand the BLM movement, black people have a lot to be sad about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying.
What is that? What that's about? I thought they were
no.
bragging. Our lives matter. That's what it was just a victory lap.
Can I just say, also, Betsy, you do need to fight Nick Cannon for title of Raw Dog Rascal. Can I just say this about the Kanye situation? It is like we're doing Charlie Sheen over again, but just so much more nowadays. You know what I mean? Like his catchphrase isn't winning. His catchphrase is, I'm not going to say it because that will get clipped so quickly. Kanye's quote from Infowars, me saying that? No, thank you.
What? Yeah, like remember he immediately came out with like 3 of the all-time greatest sound bites. It was Tiger Blood. What was it? Winning Time? Isn't that what they named that Lakers docu-series after? There you go. I thought of you when all that happened because I was like, Alex Jones is in the news. John's gonna be delighted.
Oh, buddy, I watched it live. I watched it absolutely live.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
It's amazing because of the SEOs and all that sort of stuff. You can't Google for Alex Jones's website. You have to know the URL. And it was so ashamed. I was so ashamed that I was like, well, of course. And luckily I know the URL. It is, of course, such a dad move, by the way. Winning,
yeah.
Speaking of King Geo,
that's because dads were cool when that happened.
King Geo, WTF, and I watched there was a period of time, there was an orbit of like, have you ever had like like the house we both lived in? I've always had like certain domiciles that have like orbited in my life. And there was this one house in Ottawa that was like passed through like 3 different groups of my friends. Like always something happened there. Anyway, I remember being in the basement in there, doing hashtag Sigs Inside, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, cool guy.
Yeah, that's right. Hashtag Sigs Inside. My favorite of all TikTok hashtags, hashtag Sigs Inside. Just people 19 smoking inside. It's wild what things are thrown back now. What are we doing? But
incredible.
Watching the very first Charlie Sheen webcast on megaupload.com, where he first had goddesses. Oh man, that's when I knew it was over. I was like,
that's right.
He's got porn star girlfriends. This is it. We've entered the end game now.
Yeah, that's a wrap, bud. If you want to have a nice time, don't read any of the interviews with the goddesses.
Here's the thing I will say. I shared a McDonald's with Charlie Sheen.
What, like a franchise? You guys went halvesies?
We went halvesies. No, he lived in the secret gated neighborhood that was behind Koreatown, sort of the other side of Larchmont. You can look at it on a map, and there's one McDonald's.
North Koreatown?
That's right. It's more like West Koreatown. Anyway, there's a McDonald's. I don't live in that neighborhood anymore, so I can say this. So there's a McDonald's on Wilshire Boulevard, and you can see like videos on the internet of Charlie Sheen all fucked up at that McDonald's, just like banging on the drive-through window, like, "Excuse me, can I?" And I went the very first time a comedian who stayed at my house before COVID left a joint. The strain is called Green Crack. Middle of COVID, I smoked all of that. Then it took me an hour to walk that 15 minutes to go buy a chocolate milkshake from McDonald's. They'll never not talk about me. You can come inside. And I said, no, thank you. I'd prefer to drive through. And I was walking.
That's
So where are you in White? You're on the mainland, as they say in BC, which drives me crazy.
I'm in the old hometown. I'm in the hometown. My buddy Mark's apartment. He very graciously put me up for the last night, and we here's the view. It's
oh my God.
I don't know if you could see that with the sunshine, but it's just the ocean. Yeah, Mark's killing it.
I was talking to someone. Is the government in British Columbia giving people cocaine and heroin now because of the fentanyl problem?
I mean, I feel like I would have heard about that.
Someone said that to me today, or not this week, not today.
No, that sounds like the whole like schools are putting in litter boxes for furry kids.
You know why? You know why all school? No. Do you know the most horrifying thing about America? You know why schools have litter in their classrooms?
Probably to do with shooting.
Yeah, school shooting. It's so that the kids have something to go to the bathroom in because they'll be locked in there possibly for like 10 hours because there would be like the police shooting someone in their school.
Lockdown, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that true? They are putting litter boxes in?
There's kitty litter just in case there's an accident or there's like blood on the ground, stuff like that. Like it's for a purpose.
I did a fucking the last show I did in Toronto before I came out west was its golf course. It was with Nick Beaton and John Milanos. And Nick, Nick does some stuff that if you're on the wrong side of history, you might think he agrees with you, just with some of his phrasing. He doesn't. It's all ironic, but he's got a way of wording it, And so he was getting some odd whoops during his set. He was emceeing, and when he came off, I was like, a couple of odd reactions in there. He's like, yeah, I think this might get fucking spicy, but and then I was up, and just a few things that I said. Got like weird reactions, and then I don't know how. I think I was talking about how I don't want kids, and then the main reactor to anything conspiracy theory or vaccine, she was like, "Kitty litter." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Kitty? They're furries." My first question is, how do you even know what a furry is? That is not in your Venn diagram.
And I'll say it again: it is not what a furry is. A furry are people that dress up like mascots and they smoosh each other. That's their word for sex.
No, it's Yif.
Oh, it's Yif. Thank you. So 1,000 apologies.
Yeah, they're
Yif. Pardon me. Is that a country style coffee from the always bizarre third chain Canadian place Country Style? I think it's what it's called.
No, I wanted to get one of the weird chain ones, but they're all shut because it's Sunday. So I had to go to Tim Hortons and wait 20 minutes in line to get a black coffee. They are getting worse.
I know, I completely agree. No, it's also crazy is your internet cut out, and I got all of that information together in one robotic hiss, and I still was able to glean that Tim Hortons was taking 20 minutes for a coffee. A real across-the-country complaint right now. By the way, Canada is so tense, and I think if they improved the service at Tim Hortons, it would really relieve the tension.
Yeah, it's you know what I was thinking? Oh, because I went there. I went for a nice. My friends are a lot healthier than me, and so they wanted to do healthy things. I came over for the weekend because we were doing a cocktail competition. My friend wanted to do one. He saw people doing it on Instagram, and I was like, that sounds like a fun night with my friends, and it was. The drinks were all fine. Nobody was terrible. Nobody was amazing. It was perfect. If you checked my Instagram, mine looked like cement. It looked really bad. It looked real shit.
What did you make? Because also you like champagne.
So I made a drink. No, so in theory it works flavor wise, but the problem was the color. So I just made this thing up. It was really easy. It was just gin, Aperol, grapefruit bitters, sugar syrup, and egg white, which is classic. All those flavors work. But I had to use Empress gin because they didn't have any clear stuff. So the blue mixed with the orange, and it came out looking like cement.
I don't like that at all.
It was very set. It looked terrible. It tasted really nice. Yeah, it was good. It was refreshing. But didn't look it. But anyway, so I've been here for the weekend. My buddy Elliot, who is a personal trainer, and has is opening a new physical therapy studio like soon. He's doing all the paperwork and stuff. I walked past. It's beautiful. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a walk at sunrise down to the beach. Do you want to come?" And normally that's a hard no, but I don't get to see these guys that often. So I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I got up at 5 and went out to get a coffee, and woke up 2 hours early because apparently subconsciously I don't trust alarm clocks. Something in my brain will not sleep until the alarm goes off. I always wake up at least an hour and a half before my alarm goes off.
So what time is sunrise in British Columbia?
It's not until 7, but I just kept waking up, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I just went. I just moved.
I think part of
You
the
know?
reason why I have a sleep disorder is because I have to get so many early morning flights, which so many nights of my sleep are. You got to get a flight. You got to get a flight.
Yeah.
That's why what I now enjoy is just getting real baked before an airplane flight, because then that kind of carries forth the panic element of the sleep. But there's like an active motion of like, you're going to oversleep. It's like, we didn't oversleep. We're already on the plane. You're just heart's racing. And it's like, yeah, that's right. Now it's living. You know what I mean?
That sounds more worrying. I don't think I can deal with that at all. I used to get high before flights, and I absolutely loved it. And now being high is not as fun as it used to be for me. It's so annoying.
I think I saved my time with weed to now, which was a real quiet, smart maneuver. You know what I'm saying? I think everyone, like, I had my booze time. I'm done with booze for a variety of reasons. Is there a wave mural painted behind you?
You're not cool anymore?
That's right. Is that a wave mural
wave
behind you,
mural?
Chris?
Nope. There's like sort of a granity wall, I guess.
Okay, yeah, look back. I want to see the wall behind you. So turn to your, there we go. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, it's just the angle of that pillow. Oh, and that weird, he got the logo from the Burn CDs from the late 90s.
Oh yeah, the guy being blown away by the sound, the sheer sound of it all, but not the Bart Simpson version, which was much more popular among my friends growing up.
Correct. No, just the version that was on CDs that we used for burning. Who remembers burnt CDs? What a weirdly specific and joyous time when you're like, wait. Here's the thing that no one talks about in the music industry is part of the reason why they lost money is people figured out a way to go around the fact that people would put out a thing with 8 shit songs and then one earworm motherfucker. So you had to buy the album just to get like that Eve 6 song out of your fucking head.
Yeah. Yeah. I would. What was it? But the lack thereof would leave me empty inside.
Inside
I never put faith in nothing.
In nothing. Heart in a blender.
Heart in a blender. Watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous. Now I'm through with you. There it is. Eve 6. We did it. So funny on Twitter, by the way. What a weird comeback.
Love it.
Do you follow Eve 6 on Twitter? Fucking hilarious.
Certainly. Also, you know who's an amazing YouTuber? Justin Hawkins from The Darkness.
One of his videos showed up in my recommendations the other day, and it looked a little alt-righty to me, so I skipped it.
It's the problem with Russell Brand, of course, ruining everything, because Russell Brand has turned just a guy sitting in front of a camera with some like green or wood behind him to like, just to let you know the vaccine's not real and it's okay if you kill them. Like,
do you remember the first time you heard The Darkness?
About Russell Brand?
No, the Darkness, the band The Darkness.
Oh, yeah. By the way, what a great way to answer that question. Could we just dwell on that amazing... When did you the first time you heard The Darkness? What a beautiful double entendre. What is this, a Dickensian novel? Have you heard... What's the first time you heard The Darkness? About Randall? Newsflash, Russell Brand, terrible guy. First time I heard The Darkness would have been in high school. I'm going to say it would have been on Much Music. Definitely, I'm going to say last 18 months of high school, because that's when my mom got cable for the first time, because it looked like I was going to university. So it was like The Kids on Easy Street, Skate Free.
Oh yeah, because I forget that you're younger than me, because I was already living in England when I heard of them.
Yeah, but you also essentially just lived an early 90s road movie. Like you basically, it was basically Almost Famous with no writing. If it was just instead of you just being a roadie, you were just a bartender in Brighton in a time when people were doing too much MDMA.
Well, and like I was a janitor in France, and then I was homeless in the Alps, and I was surfing. I was a elder millennial Jack Kerouac novel. I was doing it, man.
Ah, gross.
Having sex with French girls in tents. It was awesome.
Here's what I will say is I really hope that my kids rebel. So all my friends have led like really interesting, but also like if one thing had gone wrong, they would have been stabbed on a beach stories. So I just feel like if I have kids, they're all going to be like, well, I went to accountancy school, and I'll tell you, there was one time when we hit all the calculators, and I'll be like, oh, fuck. Yes, bro.
I gotta so back to the dark side. Like I remember I was watching just random British TV, whatever the fuck it was, and I was drunk, because we were always drunk.
Sure.
And this band came on, and it was the first words out of his mouth were "Get your hands off of my woman, motherfucker!" And because it was after the what is it, Watershed Hour?
Watershed, yeah.
Yeah, and that so it's they Unbleeped played the whole thing, and it was honestly like it's one of the few moments of hearing a band that was like, what the fuck is this? Why can he sing like all my favorite old bands, but he's silly and captivating, and no one else is doing this? I know they're like a joke band, but I have a lot of time for the goddamn Darkness. Haven't listened to them for years. Probably put on the Christmas song at some point, but
I just really like that they headlined either Reading or Leeds. Ooh, put it together. Reading. Oh. They didn't have enough songs, so they just played their hit twice.
That's awesome. Not even a cover. They don't give a fuck.
I saw them open for Alice Cooper, and they had a problem with the sound man. They were the second band I've ever seen to be upset at the sound man. The first one, of course, being Motorhead.
Oh yeah.
This one goes out to the sound man. It's called "Kill by Death." It's just the meanest thing I've ever heard anyone do.
So what was their? Because Alice Cooper soundman's a pro. Like he's not fucking right. He's been doing it forever.
Well, it was that weird. It was it was towards the our old manager was towards the beginning of the end of that situation, and it was the Stone Free Festival.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah. So then it was the Darkness in the day, and then Alice Cooper. So I think it was just an O2 sound man. But yeah, absolutely awesome. Yeah, got to see Alice Cooper from like as close as I am to the computer right now. Oh, it was awesome stuff.
That's so good. The Stone Free Festival is the first time I was ever on like a T-shirt.
That's right. I'm on my name is on a T-shirt with Iron Maiden. There's still a group of friends of mine that they're still like, they'll never beat that. There's nothing you can do is better than that. You opened for Iron Maiden.
I was in a very different room, but yes, technically, I opened for Iron Maiden.
Technically, Sonosphere, I was just in a tent that was pretty far away, and then I watched them, and may I just say, I can't believe I was shocked that they were into Brexit. I watched them fly World War I era airplanes around a field. What was I fucking thinking? Like, oh yeah, these people seem like they love Europe.
That's It's been really fun to watch Canadians try to piece together what the fuck is going on in the UK. Trying to explain to them that like Rishi Sunak is the last licorice allsort in the bowl. It's there's just no one wanted any of them, but there was no other snacks. And
I mean, it's madness right now. Like also
lost 2 elections, just got it. It was they just were like fine. I love it. It's so funny. It's watching Canadians realize how inept the UK is as a country or set of regions is just wonderful. It's so fun to pop that bubble.
I've said this on this program before. I'll say it again. Where's my fucking apology, everybody? When I moved to the US, so many people in England were like, you got to stay here where it's reasonable. And I was like, there is no way Brexit goes the way it should. And boy, was I right. And now, like, I am so sorry to everyone on the show that lives anywhere close to England, because what has happened to you as citizens is a disaster. I personally peg it all on Brexit, and Boris Johnson just absolutely eroded every institution so much faster than even stupid Donald Trump. Because here's the weird thing about Americans. They're so dumb that they will kind of just follow the leader. So like, it's just been 2 years of Joe Biden. So just even like people are slowly getting reasonable in the way that like Ye is playing the same playbook as Trump did in 2016, and everyone's like, seen it. And
yeah, like you're gonna have to be a special kind of crazy this time, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Like you have to be this crazy and charismatic. Also, by the way, I hope you guys are all sat down. Milo Yiannopoulos has left Ye 2024.
No, but
that's right, Chris.
Was so assured. Oh,
that's right.
Who would have guessed that he would attach himself to something that was going nowhere? What? That savvy operator? Crazy.
I remember one time I went on like this crazy. I got this weird gig like 3 years in a row when I was living in the UK, which was at the school for the teachers This person came to Top Secret all the time. Get this.
Yo,
and
what's
at the end of,
who's Kevy Momo? What the fuck is this?
what do you mean? Who's Kevy Momo? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Never seen them before. But I don't know, just wild stuff. It's like, did Ben find his way back onto Twitch? Is that what this is?
Oh no,
Ben Hall, what are you up to? 'Cause, yeah, I mean, Ben is gonna be who he is, but yeah, I think we're good for Kevy. Mods, do your thing. Sorry, you were saying?
If not, I'll log in and then we'll take care of Kevy. That's right, he does, Baldy. Yes, he does.
Ben does love tequila-based shenanigans. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't remember what I was saying. I do like, by the way, the let's just block him though. How do we do that? I'll just log in a stupid Twitch if I have to. What was I saying, Chris? Oh God, now I have to multitask. This is always a disaster.
I don't know. It was probably something cool though. I gotta say, if you guys haven't been to the ocean in a while, you gotta check it out. Still
Oh
got
my
it.
God, someone hit Chris.
Bat in 1,000. Bat in 1,000. The ocean. It's so good.
Oh, SK Schaefer. I don't know why, but that I gotta tell you, that really scratched me over my itch.
SK they just get us, you know.
Yeah, get it. Let's see if this works. Hey, Chris, you're gonna
you gotta-
get it. Put that
gotta
in
be,
the
you-
private chat.
Ooh, private chat, eh? Oh, yeah,
Someone's-
got it.
Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Everyone knows what they're doing. Admin on the stream. Admin me. Admin man. Admin John and admin Cruz. Doing admin on the stream. Entertainment value isn't our care. Everyone's here.
Can you believe that we've been doing this for 2 years? I mean,
in many ways,
we're so
I can.
professional. We're so professional.
Yeah, in no ways that sad. Yeah, I like it. Well, it's also weird because the rest of the review is coming to an end, which is
I
feels
saw
good
that.
now.
How do you feel about that?
It was a weird moment. I had a moment where I'm like, can there just be no more change for a bit? And then I was fine. But yeah, that was my main reaction was just like, can we just what do you mean I don't have access to that page? Oh, whatever.
It's all right. The mods can do it.
All right, great.
I
think I was just on the wrong.
I think so. Yeah, mods. Yeah. Kimmers, go for it. Pull the string.
Yeah, John.
Uh,
No, I'm John. Kimmers, ban the guy that we were talking about before. Ban him.
And you know, Kevin, if it was a joke, then cool. But you know, we don't know you. We can't read. There's no tone here, so apologies if it's too fast. But that was the wrong vibe. Good luck out there.
Sorry, buddy. Unfortunately, I was too lenient. Boom, boom. Here's what we're doing.
Yeah, we got burned in the past.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I did. I assume Chris did too.
My dad got caught at a roadblock the other day.
What do you mean?
It was, I got a text from his friend being like, "What's going on with your dad's car?" And I was like, "Uh-oh." So I called my dad and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And yeah, I guess he was driving back from the pub, but by his words, he only had one beer. And I actually kind of believe him because the bar staff there are like good about making sure he doesn't drink much and mostly serve him non-alcs. But yeah, went in, breathalyzed
Old
him.
men are wild.
Yeah, took his car, took his license, 3-day suspension.
SK Schaefer gets it. Got burned in the
got
past,
burned in
but
the
not betting
past.
soon enough, and ended with Tom Tuck on the show. See, it's fun. This is the funner way to do this. This is the better vibe.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah,
I do it on Twitter all the time. I love every now and then something I say will just get caught by the wrong folks, and it's so fun to just block, just absolute joy.
I also I just gotta say, no one's talking about this enough, which is Elon Musk owning Twitter is like the greatest self-dunk of the social media era. Like it is America's funniest home videos for people that ate too much kale in the year 2011. You know what I'm saying? I've had a bacon
Too
ranch
esoteric. Bring that in. I don't know what are you talking about?
in that for our generation in particular, Twitter's end run, what we're like approaching now, what I'm really enjoying about it, and I think the same way that you enjoy blocking people on Twitter, is it's like this is the garbage fire we have all been promised, and we are getting it. Like it's like, and also like all of the things in conspiracy theories where they were like, it's this, they now are looking at the evidence, and it's like, oh, it's nothing. Like I'm, I think, the only dork that followed the stupid Matt Taibbi Twitter papers Hunter Biden thing yesterday or the last 2 days. Am I the only one that saw this?
Is this why I'm seeing tweets that are like, why Republicans want to see Hunter Biden's dick so bad?
That's right. It's real good. It's real good stuff. The new thing, by the way, is, and Anonymous is really pushing this out, is they're just like, hey, we heard Don Jr. does a lot more coke, but he's got a little dick. Confirm, deny, and it's really good. Like we are back to some very fun internet talk. Like I understand that it's all a hellfire full of baby diarrhea, but everyone's like, just like, well done, everybody. Where are we back to? We're comparing the dicks of billionaire sons. Go fuck yourself.
Fucking best part of it for me is I'm loving all the friends of mine that I remember were like, have you read Elon Musk's book? This guy's a genius. Like, wow, really incredible. And now they're all just like, man, fuck this guy. To a person. I was gonna say to a person, to a man. It was always men.
Yeah, no,
to a man. All of them are just like, oh god, he's just a fucking idiot, isn't he? And you go, yeah, this dude blows.
It's very funny.
So nice.
It's sort of like someone. This is. Oh, by the way, Chris, I just got the quote from my friend. Noted. I'm going to credit my friend for the greatest description of Montreal ever, which will link back to what we are just talking about, which is Montreal. This is said by my friend and screenwriter Joanne Sarrazin. Montreal is where 25-year-olds go to retire. And tech bros, or we're now learning what happens to Bernie bros when they turn 30, or Elon Musk bros are Bernie bros when they turn 30. This is my new theory.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, there's a lot of overlap there.
Or a lot of kids that are libertarian. Buh.
Yeah, it's, that's what you get when you get a lot of rich kids pretending to be poor. That's all. We should all just do what we want, bro. Like, no, it hasn't even worked out for you, man. You have everything.
I mean, it's so worked out for them, though. You know what I mean? It's so worked out for, like, imagine being Eric Trump. No one's ever liked you. He can go on TV anytime he wants. We're in show business. Eric Trump has an easier time getting on TV than either one of us.
Yeah, but that's not good. I saw Fox just dropped one of the Trumps off their list of whatever nonsense bullshit.
So fun. I'm loving.
They're all
we're
just
gonna
being
get a third party.
exercised.
We're getting a third party in America. It's going to be a weird Trump
Another one?
party. I guarantee that's what's going to happen. This is my prediction. This is my hot take for what's happening in America. Is that like the Republicans are not going to be able to like run Trump as a nominee. There will be some weirdness. He starts his own party. And Ye is kind of the steering committee for this. And then it's Trump, DeSantis, Biden, and DeSantis and Trump just cancel each other out. And somehow the dead man himself, Joe Biden. Yeah, literally, let's all say this right now. The luckiest white man there's ever been, Joe Biden. No, like, let's say it right now. No one is more of a lucky white man.
He's a shrewd operator. He's he's an inside man. He can cross the aisles. He's built relationships. He's cool guy Joe.
He likes trains. He's weird.
He's got away with the women. He's men want to be him. Women would prefer he stop touching them. Great massages though. Just earned it.
James Acaster's greatest bit is about how it's ridiculous that people think that they can do amateur massage. That when I saw that bit, I was like, this guy's got something.
I've enjoyed everything I've ever seen that man do, Acaster, and I don't remember any of his jokes. The only thing that stuck with me is when the woman offers him the free banana and a pret a manger, and she says, "Well, you think you're too good for this banana?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am. I'm too good for a crappy free banana." And there was something about the way he said that just stuck with me. But I don't remember any of his jokes. I've seen all his specials. I've seen him live a bunch, obviously, in the UK, and none of it stuck. It all just slipped off. I don't know why.
Chris, is it possible that the only reason that banana bit stuck with you is because there's no way you'd ever turn down a free banana?
Oh no, I would turn down more than a free banana. I think it's
We're not talking
I was
out
shocked
here.
that they offered anything for free.
How dare
No, I think
keep
it was
Pret a
like
Manger's name out of your mouth, all right? They're a good business. I don't understand why everyone's dunking on them all the time. Where else was I able to get 99p coffee before my train ride every time I got on a train in the UK for like 4 years? Just
49p if you bring a reusable cup.
Pardon me?
49p if you bring a reusable cup.
Oh yeah, very reasonable. Was it originally 49p? My Wi-Fi has gotten really bad again, Chris. You're gonna solo cast, and I'm gonna restart this computer and hope that buys us an hour and 20 minutes of premium Wi-Fi as we rock.
Oh
into the
damn!
Christmas season. Ooh. Although now it seems to be working just fine. So maybe I'll sit here for a bit and we're fine.
Okay. It's SK Schaefer. The biggest fruit I would turn down, durian. Fuck that fruit.
Yeah, fuck
you
that
could try
fruit.
to pay me to get a durian. I'm not going to eat it. Fuck that fruit. That fruit is garbage.
That's correct. Much like if someone says my dad lives in Singapore, fruit from Singapore stinks.
I've never heard that, but I like it.
It's my
new favorite stereotype. That's very fun.
It was one of my secret ways of knowing someone in London was a douche. If they were like, my dad lives in Singapore, then I was like, you got a lot more money than you're letting on, and you're a douche. And I batted perfect game with that theory, by the way. Perfect game.
Well, didn't Tom Tuck spend time in Singapore?
His dad doesn't live there now, though.
You know, I don't know where either of his parents are. I feel like they're hostages.
I think it's Wolverhampton. He may not have parents. He may just be may be an invention from like a weird play that was written by a theater student. Like Tom Tuck, if you watch Slings and Arrows, the best way to watch that show is watching it going, which one of these characters is Tom Tuck? And he is, get ready for this, all of them. Have you seen Slings and Arrows, Chris?
No.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Chat.
Tom
This is a
Tuck's the
hard
old-
Christmas recommendation. Okay. Slings and Arrows, season 1.
What on earth? What is it even about? I mean, it's got to be Shakespearean somehow, right? Is it about like a theater troupe?
It is about a fictitious theater troupe in Stratford, Ontario.
That makes sense.
Starring. Now, who's it starring, though, Chris?
Paul Gross, obviously.
Brenton Fraser himself, ladies and gentlemen. That's correct. He's back in the saddle again, and the female lead is Diefenbaker the dog. That's right. The dog plays a woman in the show.
So hot.
Yeah. Bravo. It's where Rachel...
Full goofy movie.
It's where Rachel McAdams comes from. It's absolutely stellar
What?
stuff. Yeah, that's right. You heard? Run, Don't Walk. So good. I believe Sean Cullen's in it, doing the worst voice I've ever heard anyone do in any show ever.
Which one's Sean Cullen? I confuse him with Sean Collins. Which one's the
Sean
bitter one
Cull-
in the UK, and which one's Corky and the Juice Pigs?
Great question. Great qualifier. Bitter in the UK, Sean Collins.
Thought so,
and the
yeah.
Juice Pigs, Sean Cullen.
Yes,
And the
gotcha.
nexus
Okay.
between them, much like almost everything, is that's right, Phil Nickel, ladies and gentlemen. The nexus
Yeah,
point between
Phil.
people in comedy, the fastest way to get through to them is always Phil Nickel.
These are straight facts. I had a very nice. I can't remember if I told you about this, but Phil Nickel was talking to a friend of the show, Sean Hogan, because he wanted to do the Hangover Comedy Cure in Toronto when he was out, and I was talking to Sean afterwards, and apparently because Sean had such nice things to say about me, Phil was like, "You're friends with Betts? Anytime you need a place to stay, Beth's friends are good people. You come, you stay with me in the UK, you'll be fine. I was like, I'm booking a safe harbor around the world off the back of how dope you are. I was like,
Oh
that's
my God,
very
yeah.
nice. That's sweet.
I mean, yeah. The one thing, it's very true. Phil Nickel is sort of the island of misfit toys for all comedians. You kind of just wash up in stupid London, and you end up with that in his house. Also, like, here's what I was thinking: Phil Nickel might be 60 soon.
That's very plausible.
I want to eat my entire microphone. How is that possible? Still, best apartment I would say in the UK, ladies and gentlemen. Proves my point that no flat in the UK is flat because it has a weird staircase for no reason. But oh my God, what a place! Perfectly appointed. Yeah, secret access to an off license. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Phil's just one of those like magical little. He's just a fun little guy. You just want everything to work out for him. Even when he's in like a bad mood or in a weird place, you're still like, you'll be all right, bud. You pull through.
I mean, yeah, but we both came into his life at possibly the darkest, weirdest point ever.
Worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diamond
and
Geyser
even then,
knows.
what
We're
a
not gonna
delight.
reveal it, but
What a delight.
Diamond Geyser knows. Diamond Geyser knows. We're not going to reveal it, but Diamond Geyser knows.
We don't even need a private chat. We're just connected right now.
Yeah. The most private chat. Same thoughts.
So, speaking of private chat, what do you think Ashley's doing right now in magical Spain?
She is dancing the salsa
with
a clone.
4 ladies.
Clone of herself.
4 ladies.
4 clones of herself.
Nice.
4 clones of herself. That's right. People always thought the crazy Nazi cloning doctors went all the way to Brazil or Argentina. Incorrect. They went to Spain. People are just racist and misjudged where those ladies were from. And Ashley, of course, returned to her roots, and they were like, of course, the Jawbreaker is back. And then now her and her 4 clones are salsa dancing in Madrid. Now, she keeps saying she's not in Madrid, which leads me to believe that she very much must be in Madrid. Because you guys may not know this, but this show continues in a chat thread where we do some show admin, but mostly we save the show admin for right here on the program. And mostly it's just me and Ashley oversharing, and then Chris confirming or denying if you will be at the program. Also, by the way, let's get some admin over the way. I will be flying back to the city of Los Angeles, California next weekend. Unavailable for the show. But I am toying with, because I finally have a space in which to broadcast from, bringing back my solo stream. So that may happen over the holidays as I figure out how to turn back on OBS on that computer.
Very cool. I've been thinking about doing that.
Give away my address.
I was thinking about doing that, but then I realized that my dad would probably jump out of a window, because there are a few things that man hates more than listening to me talk to people on the internet. Man, he was so mad during the one where Jordan was there. He got so mad.
Why? I do like it. Dad rules, man. Just why do you a mom would never be like, I don't like this, don't do it. Like a mom would be like, you're gonna set yourself on fire. A dad would be like, I don't like carrots, no rabbits in the house. Like, what?
He got so mad. He just, I don't think I can. You're very loud. It's like, no, I'm not. Your hearing is just terrifyingly good. And,
is that what it is? Is that what it is, Chris? Because I got to tell you, I feel that way.
His
about
hearing
me, but I
is
also know how loud
incredible. His hearing is fucking amazing.
Like a fruit bat.
His TV volume is on 7.
Come on.
Out of 100.
And he's not a young man. Old man.
He's 75.
Loud TV. God damn.
He's 75. He turned 75 a couple weeks ago, and his hearing is incredible. So yeah, I get it. But so I would do it if anyone's wondering. I thought about it because I have so much fucking downtime right now. But it would kill my father. So I cannot do my solo streams. Apologies. I watched everything all at once together at last one more time for the Gipper yesterday.
What?
Have you seen that? Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's what it's called.
No, what is that? I think I've heard of this.
Amazing. It's one of the A24 movies. So, they're the new cool kids. They're the cool guys in town, right? You know A24?
I do not. Go on. I refuse to engage.
You don't know the A24?
Oh,
No.
buddy, they're making all the cool stuff. Everything Everywhere All at Once is just this like incredible multiverse kung fu movie starring Michelle Yeoh.
Oh yeah, I have heard of this. I have 100% heard of this. Let me say this: it's not a documentary about things currently happening. So for some reason, I'm just not interested, and I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I'm like,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's just weird. I'm like, this isn't about the deficit. I'm like, I just stink.
It's so good. It's so good. It's about family and science fiction and karate. I love it.
I do like that Michelle Yeoh has had such a amazingly versatile career. And like it's just basically every 10 to 20 years, they're like, she's good. Because hasn't she been like, she's one of those people that's been like in like, she's been quietly in like 400 billion movies.
So man, and she started out as a martial arts star. Like those are the movies that she did when she was younger. And then moved into, she's just been in goddamn everything. She's incredible. And someone just said, I didn't actually click this when I was watching it, but you're right. The male lead in it, Short Round. Remember Short Round?
From the worst, the what soon will be the third worst Indiana Jones movie?
Yes.
After Crystal, yeah, before the first best.
He's so good in it.
Crystal Skull.
He's so good in it. Crystal Skull is obviously the best one. It's the best Indiana Jones. It's got Shia LaBeouf in it. There's me neither. All I have is people's rage on Twitter. So I know that there's a fridge. He gets in a fridge and is fine. People were mad about that.
Nope.
Aliens,
Movie,
I believe.
I've said this a million times. Indiana Jones and let's not all forget this title.
Dan Aykroyd's in it.
What? What are you fucking talking about? Dan Aykroyd is not in it.
Yeah, that's his vodka, the Crystal Skull. That's what they named it after.
I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat you
Indiana
up.
Jones and Dan Aykroyd's vodka, and he just rides it on a motorcycle. Hey boys.
Yeah, and for some reason he's playing his
thirsty.
character from his very weirdly short-lived ABC sitcom where he played a cool reverend, Soul Man, I believe is what it was called.
Oh, what? Gonna have to watch a trailer for that. Do not remember that at all. Dan Aykroyd
Chris, my Wi-Fi is not strong enough, Christopher. I got news for you. You're on your own here.
I'm on my phone. We're all fucked. There's nothing I can do.
Let me just say this.
That
I
is-
feel oddly like gloating because since fucking September. So here's what happened to me the last week of the Edinburgh Festival. Besides for one day, I had like, oh my God, am I going to get nominated? And then of course I didn't. And then I was angry that I let myself think those industry
Feel
thoughts.
that?
But the other
Yeah.
one,
I've been
oh,
there.
it's you're just God damn it.
Yeah, it was our agent that made me fucking think that he told me I was long listed. I was like, you fucking piece of shit. I was so much happier yesterday.
Yeah, he didn't do that to me this time. There was someone in. He didn't do it. I caught him. He was trying to sneak in, but he snuck in and then was like walked out and he like looked at me and like, how are you feeling? And I was like, good. And he's like, good. And I was like, why? And he's like, no reason. Be good today. And I was like, I will be. But he's like, I'm like, well, why? And he's like, I'm not telling you. And I was like, okay. And then he left. And then I went in and had a fucking smasher. And then he was he was there waiting for me. And I was like, who was in there? And he went, Nika Burns. And I was like, ah. And then I had 24 hours thinking, oh my God. And then didn't get nominated. And then after that, I realized, then I got like word that I was probably going to do Australia. And I remember this day where I went, oh shit, I have to write another new show. Like I totally forgot up until that point that this show would end. I was like, I'll just keep talking about the fact that Paul Byrne is dead in a humorous manner until my career's over. And so from that day until literally last night, I've been like, I gotta get the new fucking hour up on its fucking, and it finally fucking clicked.
Nice. Nice. I'm supposed to fucking headline Hecklers in 2 weeks, and I got no new jokes. I have one new joke that works.
Why don't you talk about your current
And,
situation? Hey, what's up?
Oh,
My
we
name's
got-
Chris. I'm in my 40s and I can't even do a solo stream because it disturbs my father who has the ears of a fruit bat.
At 38, still got time. And
Come on,
yeah,
Chris, you've been
try.
38 for a long time.
oh, not nearly long enough. And yeah, no, I've been writing a bunch, and just none of it's quite clicking. And also, there's like no shows here, so
Yeah, what happened?
there's no way for me to run it.
Wasn't there a bunch of shows before?
There kind of are, but also they're in Victoria, so it's not. I can't always get down there because the whole point is that I'm near my dad. That's like why I'm here. So trying to like organize and work around, and most of the ones that people want to book me for are paid because they don't get many quality acts here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just haven't been able to run that much new stuff. So I've got just that one goddamn joke, and then it's going to be 40 minutes of crowd work, I guess.
Let me tell you what I like to do, and I've been doing, really testing the limits of professionalism, which is I have been going on stage with a fucking piece of paper, which I haven't done in so long.
Wow.
And did bear fruit. Did really help out. Now,
Mhm.
here's the thing. And
What,
can
when
talk
you're
about this.
headlining?
Yeah, I don't care at this point.
No shit. I still
I
feel
don't.
like
I'm not
a
noticeable
sense of
about it.
responsibility.
I'm not noticed. Like it's just on the stool. Like I never check it, but it's just there,
Mm.
just so I know. You know what I mean? And I like to say it like that.
Yeah.
Chris, there's like that. Just so I know.
Consider yourself. That.
No.
Is it this?
No. Just so I know.
SK Shaver. That's a good idea. I will fight Nick Cannon. Actually, no, I won't. That dude is yoked.
Here's my question with Nick Cannon. Why am I suspicious of him?
Well, he says a bunch of weird things about the Jews every now and then.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember why there was a thing. Like there was a thing where it's like, don't say that you really like Nick Cannon, John, just because you like that. You know, I really liked how bad his stand-up was. Could I be that guy?
Terrible.
Oh, it was
terrible.
Almost as good
he's-
bad as Chris Tucker. Remember Chris Tucker's?
He's
weird
also
Netflix
like-
special?
Oh yeah.
Rush Hour is what was caused when people wanted to leave the theater.
Oh, I rewatched Fifth Element. That guy's career is secure with me just from that one performance. I don't give a shit. He nailed that.
Corbin, my man. Corbin, my man. There's some weird catchphrases from the 90s that were just insane. Corbin, my man. I think Corbin, my man is my favorite. Corbin, my man. This was also
yeah, he's like he's Ryan Seacrest now.
No, Ryan Seacrest is still Ryan Seacrest.
No, he's not. What does he host? He's got his radio show, and that's it. Nick Cannon hosts every goddamn X Face and
Ryan
No
Seacrest
Face
is the new
Sing Town.
Regis Philbin, sir.
Explain yourself. I
You
thought
know the
Michael
show
Shanahan.
Michael Strahan? Yeah, he left.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
one.
say 6 years ago.
Well, you know, what about Kelly Ripson?
She's still there. It's Kelly and Ryan.
Shut up. Together
They
at
have
last.
Horrific chemistry. Like they noticeably don't care for each other. It's pretty great.
That's how you know the sex is good, though.
I disagree entirely. Kelly Ripa would never kick out what her husband, Mark, what's his face? He's so fucking handsome. Look him up, Chris. Look him up. Look him up. This is what the face you're gonna do.
I can't. I'm on my phone. It'll shut down the whole thing.
I think it's worth it because so we can see your sunglasses go like this. Wagga wagga wagga. Like wowzer bowsers. You know what I'm saying?
You think handsome men don't like to watch Ryan Seacrest have sex with their wives?
Not when you're this kind of handsome.
All right. Well, you know, I just feel like, you know, she's a performer at heart.
I feel like this riff has gone too far. That's right. I'm
Too far, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
defiling. I'm gonna say it. I don't think that they have that type of marriage. Also, I don't think they
I
would
don't
have
know
that
anything
time.
about either of them.
Neither do I. This is the purest
more-
speculation. No, I don't actually know if his name is Mark, for the record. I just know that he played a character on the show Alpha House. He was very handsome.
To me, but she's like she's like a Katie Couric type of. There is nothing that I know about her off screen.
Oh my
She's
god!
just
You don't know
uber
about
professional.
You don't know about Katie Couric's like insanely tragic life.
I don't know shit about Katie Couric,
Like
and I've
Katie-
listened to interviews with her.
Katie Couric's like husband like came home complaining of a stomach ache, went to the hospital, and it's something along this lines of the story where it's like your entire stomach is now cancer, you will die, and then he just died, and then she like came home, and then her sister was like, my head hurts, and then like her sister died of cancer. Like 3 people just died in like a year, and then Katie Couric was still on the Today Show, like Matt Lauer just showed me his dong. Like,
Well,
it's
no, I
insane.
didn't hear any of that. But even that's not her. That's things that happened to her. You don't know like what she is.
She's just gonna win. She's just gonna be the best broadcaster there is. Her podcast is phenomenal. She's one of the better guests on Alec Baldwin's weird podcast.
There was a great, I can't remember if it was on her podcast or on someone else's podcast. She was advertising her podcast, but she's like, yeah, when I was new, there are decisions that you have to make, and there's things you have to do as a new journalist. And one of them was you have to bang on the door of grieving family members to try to get a pull quote for the nightly news. And it was like, Jesus Christ, Katie, nothing's gonna stop you. There was no sense of like, maybe that wasn't right. She's just like, that was the job. I had to do it. Now I'm Katie Couric. Suck my dick.
What's so weird is no one talks about the open mics in other industries. Like stand-up comedy, we talk about the open mics. No one talks about like the news open mics, which is like, what's that? Your family just died in some sort of weird acid tsunami. Go knock on the grandmother's door where she's holding a fever bone that used to be her family. And he's like, hi, this is for a podcast. Can I get a pull quote? Like, so insane. Who the fuck is the Dangerous T of the news open? Oh my God. What are other open mics? Imagine what is I guess the police open mic we see because those guys eventually go to jail for shooting people.
Yeah, those are beat cops. That's a beat cop is the open mic where you're learning how to be a police officer. And have you been hearing about these sheriff's gangs?
No, what's happening now? Definitely in LA County now.
Yeah, it's LA. It's LA. And
let me tell you how I knew
sheriff gangs.
So hang on.
Kill a local civilian to join.
So let me ask you this question.
And this isn't conjecture.
I hate America sometimes. America's always to the extreme. So whatever it is, it's always like, why would you do it this extremely? And it's like, I don't know. Like, why can't you just be a corrupt cop? No, we have to form a gang. Oh, fuck yourselves.
Okay. Full gang. Seen drinking and spray painting the logo of their gang. They're cops. Absolutely wild.
Let me say this, though. Here's the thing with America. There's no nuance. You know what I mean? Like, there's no shade of gray. With
not
that.
A subtle nation.
No, like that. There's something about it where you like it's right or it's wrong. You can believe that something I think is wrong is right, but that's because you're an asshole. But there's no delineation. There's no maybe. Well, there's two sides.
You know what I think? The one that I always think of that absolutely nailed it was obviously The Simpsons. And it was the episode where they had too many fireworks. And the drawer on the little desk next to the couch was like stuck. And so Homer jammed a bunch of fireworks into it. And Marge is like, I don't know if you should do that. And he just looks at her and he goes, listen, do you want this done right or fast? And she goes, like every American, fast. And so he just set off fireworks.
Oh man, remember when The Simpsons was good? What I don't like now is now we're already being nostalgic for The Simpsons and it's still on.
Yeah, but it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, but still, guys,
that's incredible.
I still can't believe that how Pigbat really got like people don't talk about how big the Simpsons movie was. We just ignore it. That's the weird thing. There's so many things from culture we just ignore being popular. It blows my mind. By the way, this t-shirt might be my favorite one. I just bought it on a whim because of a Patreon episode.
Yeah, that was great. You bought it on the air.
That's right.
Oh yeah, what did you guys talk about in the last Patreon episode?
No, absolutely no idea. I think Paul Foxcroft was there. No idea.
Oh, dope.
I have no idea what is said on this program, any episode. I have no memory. What will happen is I will finish talking to you. I will lie down there for 5 minutes and sort of collect my thoughts. And then I will get up and I will head into town to do Comedy Bar and listen to one of last night's sets so we can start working on that material.
If please say hi to the bar staff for me because I love them and I miss them.
Oh no, Chris.
Yeah. Just say Chris Bet says hi. Just be like,
Chris is stupid, charming. Like, I'll be friends with the bar. No one thinks that's fun anymore. And of course,
no, they're really wonderful. And I gave one of them my apartment when I left. And
that's me.
Yeah, they're the greatest. I love them. They're really nice.
The thing is, I only know one.
Dawn,
That's
Dawn's
the only
so
one.
great.
That's the only one whose name I know.
Dewey?
Don't know him.
Dewey?
Stop saying Dewey like that. I hate it.
Dewey?
Stop. Fuck off. I hate that so much.
It's you know what I'm hearing when I do that is that's my Mike Patterson doing his Garfield joke impression. Lasagna?
What was that joke?
Lasagna?
That guy, epitome, by the way, of fucking just fucking perform your fucking ass off. Holy shit.
Straight charm. Demands a standing ovation. Will get it. No jokes. Incredible.
Yeah. He is the man. He closes on just lip syncing to a song. There are 3 guys that close to, like, their biggest act was a thing called Never Surrender, and they were a lip sync band, and it took the city of Montreal by fucking storm.
They were incredible. They just committed. It was him, Tim Rabnett, and Brian something.
Brian Wellman. No.
Yeah, that's right. Wellman. Yeah.
Who was, I think, not doing comedy. He joined a business as I was leaving Montreal. So I think, like he's now like done so well for himself. It's really great.
Good for him. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Lasagna, there it is. What was that bit? Can you remember the Mike Patterson bit?
It was his first ever bilingual bit, and it was Tim Hortons is serving lasagna.
Oh my god, I remember this
lasagna. Fucking bit. Who's this for? Big orange tabbies. Yeah. And then he goes, "Okay, now I'll tell it in French. Tim Hortons, ils vendent du lasagna." This is the same word. Lasagna. C'est pour qui ça? Garfields?
Okay.
Big laugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap in for now what will become the most inside baseball stand-up conversation ever. Because there was a very brief time in one particular corner of stand-up comedy, which was a comedian named Sugar Sammy, brilliantly marketed himself as a bilingual comedian in Quebec and did a show half in French, half in English. And literally the entire, like, it was fucking perfect. Like, people lost their mind. He was like, he sold out a theater for years.
Yeah.
And like, a friend of mine was the opener for it because it was one French guy. No, it was an English guy and a French guy, and they both had to be bilingual. It was amazing what he did. Anyway, so they do that entire thing, and as a result, a bunch of Montreal comedians immediately started doing bilingual shows as a way of, like, competing's the wrong word, but kind of like, I don't know, Sugar Sammy, he would do something,
they
and then
saw
like
an opportunity.
5 of those
We're
guys
locusts.
would do it. Yeah, it was very particular.
Yeah, as soon as something works, it's the same way we ruin a music open mic. As soon as one comedian shows up, that is no longer a music open mic. We will take it over.
I disagree. I think we improve it by no longer making room for horrible music. What's on TV in the background? What TV are you watching in the background, Chris? Tell me.
Oh, nothing. There's just ATV. To be fair to Mike, he did it before Sammy did that show, and he was the first English comic that I knew who saw the potential of doing it. But here's what's that breathing is so terrifying. The way that he did it was he made his shtick that he can't speak French, and so his French Canadian character is stupid Anglo guy who can't speak French.
Well, that is a person that they would really enjoy laughing at. Let's be honest.
Killed, and he's so like act out and goofy and big that it was very much the French scene at the time. So it was perfect. It was so smart. He's an entertainer. He's an entertainer.
Did you ever play that French Canadian comedy club that's in Montreal? Oh God, what's it called?
The newer one, the Bordel or whatever?
Yeah.
No, I was booked to do it, but then I had to leave because one of the many emergencies that have happened in my life in the last few years. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. I speak French. There's no reason why I wouldn't do French comedy.
Oh my God, why aren't you doing French comedy?
Pulled away. Oh, because I keep, every time I book it, someone dies or something big happens and I have to leave. Someone gets
It's very
arrested.
unfortunate.
Someone dies.
Someone's
Yeah,
arrested.
the universe really doesn't want me to go and do French comedy.
Yeah, they need to leave that to Derek Seguin, my friend Derek Seguin and Mike Patterson need that cashola.
These are straight facts.
Oh, such inside baseball. Guys, don't fucking fuck with me or we'll talk about Carl Knox for the next 50 minutes. Carl Knox, by the way, was a
We got rated.
By who? Was
Hit
it
it.
Carl Knox? Did we get
Hit
borrowed? No, answer my
Questing
question.
time.
It's
They started a new campaign. Questing time. Hey, questing time. Hey, questers. Congratulations on your new campaign. I think Jess is ahead of this one. Go get him, Jess.
Hey,
fucking get him.
By the way, Raid Video now has 2 stages. For stage 1.
Old French. It's not even words that French people use anymore. It's all Quebec French. What was that? Did everyone see that? Like, what the fuck was that?
Suck my beard dry, it's a raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
We got rated again. Macaroni Prince. Thank you so much for
Oh
the
my
raid.
God, Macaroni
Hit that-
Prince.
Old French. It's not even words that French people use anymore. It's all Quebec French. What was that? Did everyone see that? Like, what the fuck was that?
I was just, I don't know, I wasn't doing it.
Raid countdown. Countdown to the Raid video. Countdown, 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 countdown. Corbin, Dallas, multi-pass, Corbin, Dallas, multi-pass, Corbin, Dallas, multi-pass, Corbin, Dallas, multi-pass, Corbin, Dallas.
Suck my beard dry, it's a raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
First time being raided in months, and of course, we are plagued with technical difficulties. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Raider.
Raiders. Thank you so much. How's the new questing time? I love those guys.
It's interesting when Paul was on, all we did was talk smack about you. Imagine that was what the Patreon was about. We were just saying very true and hurtful statements about you.
Because I'll never listen. That's actually brilliant. That's the best place to hide secrets about me, is on my own podcast, because I will not listen.
Yeah, that's true. Also, here's the weird thing about me is there's so many of my friends' podcasts I'm subscribed to, so few I listen to.
Oh, almost never.
Guys, Behind the Bastards just keeps creating spin-offs. I don't have the time.
Are they all hosted by that same goddamn loser?
They certainly are. Although, post the FTX scandal that he's been able to, like the journalism that has come out of that, no other podcast needed to apply. Guys,
really,
the FTX decay is, Chris, they were a polyQ. They were taking intravenous psychotropics as like patches. They were all on amphetamines and fucking. He was always playing League of Legends. It was so clearly a Ponzi scheme. It was the best. And also what's so crazy is he just lost other people that were into Bitcoin's money. Like some people have lost a lot and it's fucking insane and heads are going to roll over this. Like why the fuck was a teacher's pension fund anywhere near crypto? What the fuck?
Yep. You know my favorite, because I only learned about it through like the Wall Street Journal podcast or things like that, because they'll just do a story a day, and one of the days was the FTX thing. And yeah, it's great. I love it. But my favorite part, the one thing that really stood out is that the in-house therapist for the company gave an interview, and the therapist was like, I know everyone's talking about them being in like a polycule and whatever. If anything, these are the most undersexed people I've ever met. And so it's like they're all in a relationship and just doing puzzles. They went straight to being together for 15 years.
Yeah, that's great. Also, let me now do an
So
impression
funny.
of Chris Betts. This is my impression of Chris Betts. Time to read Smart Fuck magazine, blah, 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 violin, blah, 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 jazz, blah, 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 blah. Time to read Smart Fuck magazine, blah, 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 Smart Fuck.
I do love jazz, and
Blah, blah,
have a lot of
blah,
subscriptions.
Blah, blah, blah. Look, I was reading an article on the Globe and Mail. Poo, 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 poo in my pants.
I would never read the Globe and Mail. I read cool guy stuff like
what? Like GQ? Are you really into Esquire
motorcycle things?
Oh, what a
And,
terrible magazine Motorcycle Things would be.
Tough Guy Monthly.
Oh yeah. What about
Strong?
What about Chins
Torpedoes.
Weekly?
Yeah.
What an awful
Jawline.
magazine. Chins.
Jawline Quarterly.
Jawline Quarterly. That's yeah. This month, Chin Dimples again.
Yeah. Why Gaston was right.
I don't get that. Explain it.
It's a Beauty and the Beast reference because Gaston from Beauty and the Beast is the manliest man that's ever existed.
That's not true. That is me. I am the manliest man that ever existed. Did Gaston call out a bunch of different people on his podcast and is only remember that now because the wrestling podcast is shutting down? That's something that I did because I'm a fucking man.
He would if he had his own podcast, but Gaston would be the most famous. He'd be way bigger than the Liver King. Liver King wouldn't stand a chance with Gaston.
2022 was a real piece of shit. You fucking 2022, you took my best friend away from me, but it might be worth it because the Liver King got revealed to be on HGH. Take that world. Take that world.
Who was surprised? Can you? I know your computer's not doing well, but can you bring up a picture of this motherfucker?
No one was surprised. I cannot bring up a picture of this motherfucker. No one.
How did this ruin his career when everyone knew?
No, because everyone already knew. It was different. It was the reason why it ruined his career is because everyone went, yeah, that's what I thought. Done with you. Like it was, he was made famous as everyone searched for this information. That's what was so interesting about it.
It's so like, well, he was big in like, he's like a Jordan Peterson offshoot from that whole like raw meat nonsense, and I feel like Rogan was really into it. I remember, I find out what Rogan's into because Bert Kreischer gets into it like 6 months later, and so Kreischer was talking about like liver and all meat and stuff like that. And
this was on Bears One Cave. Quietly,
yeah, Two Bears One Cave is great.
Listenable podcast, like it is. Tom Segura has figured out that if you just sit next to Bert Kreischer, he will say, "Everyone go listen." The moment that it's discovered that Bert Kreischer drinks 2 liters of Kool-Aid a day?
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Absolutely.
Yeah, he carries like 5 packs on him at all times.
It is just something to behold. I remember I was doing jump rope on my roof when I was listening to that podcast, and I had to sit down. Yes, please.
It's so fun. I think that's where our podcast falls down is none of us are individually crazy enough. So like the reason Two Bears works is Tom Segura is his own kind of nuts, but it like seems reasonable because he puts himself next to Bert Kreischer, who is a full-on lunatic, but like well-meaning and big-hearted. And so you're not mad at him, you're just in awe.
He's an American version of a British alcoholic, is what Bert Kreischer is. Like that's the weird thing is Bert Kreischer just drinks as much as most British guys I know. Like, and Bert Kreischer is a problematic drinker in America. And I think like I guarantee you on average had more beers than Bert Kreischer ever did in the UK.
There was a time when I was younger, for sure, when I was deep into bartending. But like when they were talking about drinking in airports, and Bert's like, "It's my favorite place to drink," I was like, every British person agrees with this.
Oh yeah, every British person. Oh my god, the BA International Departures Lounge has so many just weird bars everywhere. This was pointed out. This is when I really noticed it. Was when I was the Omicron escape from Christmas last.
Thank you, SK.
What did SK just write? Put it up. Put it up.
I can't. Quote, I had to sit down from doing jump rope because the podcast was too funny. And you call Bets a nerd? Suck it, Hastings. Fuck you.
That's hurtful. That's too far. I don't care. I do the roasting. That's not my new character, by the way. Super sensitive. Yeah, no, super sensitive comedian. Only I do the roasting now. Also, did Chappelle? I forgot Chappelle went on SNL. Did he say something controversial? I just don't pay attention anymore, and I only because Yeah, someone was talking about it yesterday, and we were too far into the conversation for me to be like, wait, what did he do now? Guys, it's just there's too much going on in the world.
Said something about Jewish people. Yeah, it was again. All I heard was like from like second, third hand stuff, but it was making fun of a bunch of stuff, but then used like a clear like Jewish stereotype. But at the same time, like I don't trust any reactions to stand up that I hear anymore because people are sort of losing their shit. So sometimes I watch it and it's like, that's actually worse than you said. And sometimes I'm like, I disagree with this one. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I guarantee whatever it was fucking stupid and for no reason. But I haven't watched it.
I think it's very funny. The more I go further in show business, the more you realize like some people just have like 3 good ideas and they just get so high up in the ladder where it's like, oh, they slingshotted themselves so far into this beast that's where they are now. And sometimes I'm like, I was watching Neil Brennan's special. I'm like, is Dave Chappelle really funny or is Dave Chappelle and Neil Brennan really funny?
Yeah, I think it was a good team. It's like no one's gonna watch a Luigi movie, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta get the gang together. You need Mario and Luigi. And preferably Waluigi if you can get him in.
Absolutely not Waluigi. Waluigi was a bridge too far, and everyone agrees with me. Everyone does.
Canon, greatest character.
It is not canon.
Greatest character,
Wrong.
Waluigi.
Eat
so funny.
asshole.
Eat so funny.
Assholes.
Just added Wa to the front of his name. That's hilarious.
I stand by it. What do you want from me? There's a dinosaur. He rides dinosaurs and talks. He's a 40-year-old man who's either dating the princess or trying to save the princess. What's the dynamic between the princess and Mario? Are they friends? Is it problematic?
They're meant to be lovers, but she keeps running away because she's in love with Waluigi. That's the problem.
That is
and she
not
can't
what
face
happened.
her own demons. It's because Waluigi is an unstoppable sexual magnetism.
I want to
thank you,
punch
SK.
you in the
SK,
face.
you and I, we're vibing today. It's all happening. Wow.
I mean, he was the best part of Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64, Wario, best character, hands down, best character.
Wait, what happened? I just saw that Ashley's here. Hey, Ashley. I missed what you said.
Hi, Ashley. Mario 64, Wario, best character. Not Waluigi. Not Waluigi.
Waluigi all day. It's so funny that he exists. He's the opposite of jumping a shark. He's like if they did a purposely boring episode. It's just
exactly. Happy Days.
I love
they
it.
should do that with some sitcoms. They need to introduce that where they reset the line. There's just an episode of Seinfeld where they sit quietly in the diner and have soup. I mean, that would be amazing. They just reset the
kind of. There was like a Community tried to do that where they Troy and Abed tried to get rid of all their weird, and they just had like the whole episode was them just being as normal as possible.
I'm Chris, and I love Community because I'm a big stupid idiot. That's you.
Community's it's so good. You wouldn't think that if you read the reviews in Smart Fuck magazine.
Problematic that I love him. I'm Chris Betts. That's you.
Oh no!
Flawless
when that gets
impression.
clipped, people are gonna think that was me.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm Chris Betts. This was me.
Wait, Boomstickery, Waluigi has never done anything evil, as far as I can remember. He just shows up to make numbers. That's right. He's being profiled for the Wa in his name.
Is this Wa Chris? I'm Wa Chris Betts.
Canon. That's canon now.
I don't like that. I really liked it until you said it's canon a bunch of times, and now I hate it.
That's canon now. Yeah, this is canon as well. Oh no! Wow! Wow!
It's not funny.
Oh no!
It's insulting me.
Oh
mean
no!
to me.
Wow!
You're being rude. You're all rude. I like books instead of movies. That's you.
I saw a movie by A24, which is
oh my god, finish
Smart Fuck Magazine's favorite production company.
A24, the A stands for awesomely difficult to explain at parties. Well, Chris Betts.
Bo Burnham makes movies for them.
Of course he does. Oh, I hope Bo Burnham shows up and is stupidly pretentious in a way that's charming.
That is actually, yeah. That's his thing.
I'm Bo Burnham. I'm Wes Anderson, but like one level dialed back, which somehow is a fucking eternity.
No, you lost it. Get back in. Get back in.
No, I didn't. That was a great point. Also, I was listening to Art is Dead. I know he's a comedy musician, but that song just speaks to me every once in a while. Come on. It's just a banger.
He's insanely talented.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's there's something that I haven't quite figured out in the way that he resonates with guys that I don't like, but he's insanely talented. You can't take that away from him. There's just something.
I think he's very sensitive, but there's something about the fact that he's just on the internet that means that you can just like him in a way where it's like you're not like, no one's gonna think I'm soft. No one's gonna call me a cuck if I like Bo Burnham. In the same way that people that really like that are like, I love Patrice O'Neill, and then they'll throw in Maria Bamford kind of as cover, and it's like, what are you doing? Even though Maria Bamford does rule.
Maria Bamford is top 5.
Controversial statement. The 2 best American comedians of the last 20 years, Ron White, Maria Bamford. Come at me, bro. I was thinking about this earlier today. Come at me.
Maria Bamford for sure. I feel like Ron White. What 20? Hey, if you give him the 20 years, that might hold up.
Oh my god. I weirdly was listening to some Ron White albums. Holy fucking
Not
shit.
weirdly at all. Dude's awesome.
So tight. So funny.
So funny.
So good. Just so also just sometimes you forget that like things became hack but weren't hack, or like it's just aged very well. Like he literally just kills for 40 minutes, then closes on a 10-minute story. See you in hell. And it's just like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, Ron.
Killer. Just a straight killer.
He's into ayahuasca now, has very long hair. Did a great episode of 2 Bears, 1 Cave with Tom Segura. Fucking close that circle, Chris. Chris.
Oh, you did it.
Call
You did
Smart Fuck
it.
Magazine. I closed the circle.
Yay. Did you see John Carmichael's last special, Nathaniel?
Of course.
That was where I was like, that was another one where I don't see this very often, but it was like, this feels less like a special and more like a show that I stood in the back of the room for and then talked about forever.
They caught him
I
on
love.
a good one.
It's a very fucking cool thing.
Here's what that one made me realize is that I think just videotape one of them and who cares where it is in the process. That's what I sort of took away from it. Yeah. Not to make
keep
this
it
about
still
myself,
like
but
real, so it's not too polished. Like pick it when it's still alive.
Everything is. Though, yeah, one sort of regret about this current hour that I had filmed is I kind of wish I had filmed it a week before. Like it was kind of a little fresher. And I think he just caught it exactly at the right moment.
Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't do stand-up or doesn't listen to too many podcasts about it, there's a thing with your jokes where it starts out rough, and then you get into a part where you're figuring it out, and it doesn't necessarily work at its best all the time, but it's fun and you're enjoying it. And there's a real energy to it. And then you get it right, and then it just smashes for a little while, and then it's the love is gone. The energy, you told it too many times. But if you can, my favorite is when it's not done, but it works, and you're still, I just riffed a new tag. We're gonna sit and play in this little area right now, and that's what Nathaniel was. Yeah.
I also find that
there's some funny shit in there.
I find Canadian audiences, I would say Montreal audiences, but that is I've talked so much today. Canadian audiences are very much, I think you are able to get into that zone. So it's a great place where you can really work up some stuff because you can lock in and click and then boom. You know what I mean?
I honestly haven't done enough shows since I've been here because I've been so different directions.
Stop, start. Yeah, because it's weird. I've been in Toronto 2 weeks. There's so much stand-up here. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I realize it's just over 2 months that I've been back out west this time. And I was out from August of 2022 until the end of March, or August 2021 until the end of March 2022. So I've spent so much time on the goddamn island. with stuff for my dad. That like that's so long. That's
so long.
Long. And I was trying to figure out why the fuck I don't have any new jokes or anything done. To be fair, I was working on my album and trying to get everything together for the first part, but I was like, oh, you know what? I feel a little better about it now. It's just been like this year can eat it. I can't wait for this year to be over. Fuck this year.
Oh, I know this year's gonna be awesome.
So
That's all I'm
excited
gonna be doing
for it to be
New Year's Eve.
Any other year.
New Year's Eve in McKinney, fucking Texas, and then I'm gonna get on the first flight. I'm gonna fly to Burbank Airport in California, where I can leave my truck, and I'm gonna get in my truck and I'm gonna drive home. That's what I'm gonna fucking do, and I'm like a fucking boss.
You and your Japanese friend.
Boss. That's right. My excellent red truck. Best fuck this purchase I've ever made in my entire life. Oh boy. Every time I pay that car loan, I'm like, well, didn't think I would have done this, but I did. Oh, it's so insane.
Are you doing any Christmas gigs? Have you got any? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna have to cut this short because I got a message from. I have to drop off the keys to this place. And I have to do that before 4, which is when this would end. So,
all right. So
it'll be a 90-ish minute.
When you
I
have
gotta
to
pack my
end,
stuff up and go meet my friend.
so do we need to end in like the next 3 minutes?
No, like we'll give it like 10 minutes and then I gotta go.
Great, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a short one, and I can post it. I'll post it for you, Chris. Given that extra time.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
No problemo.
I'm about to have an hour and a half to get to a ferry terminal, and then probably wait for 2 hours to get the ferry, and then an hour and a half on the ferry, and then probably about 45 minutes to get back to my dad's house.
Oh, buddy,
so,
what are you doing? Hit a dispensary, get an edible high amount, and your entire trip will be very exciting because you'll never be quite sure if that's your keys in your pocket.
I am going to watch Ken Burns' documentary about baseball.
Have you never watched that before?
Yeah, but I forgot most of it because it's 100 hours long. Every time I do with Ken Burns.
The Vietnam one was the Vietnam one. I always think of in the former house, the roommate who replaced me. Just watching that when I first came back to do Edinburgh, and just he's like, I'm watching the Vietnam documentary, and like it was like he was going through it. I'm like, does he think living in this house is his Vietnam?
He funniest. It's Phil Ellis. You just say his name. It was so funny because he was just like. He'd just gone through a breakup, and that's partly why he was like so drawn to it. He was just in a weak place. And his I have somewhere, I don't know if I saved him on my camera. I fucking hope I do. Because Phil had this way of being in the most just depressing pose and space that I could see. So I just took pictures of him all the time. And to the point where he'd be sitting somewhere doing something sad. And he would look up and he'd be like, I fucking knew you were there. And I will just take a picture. And one of my favorite ones is him sitting in our like massively overgrown backyard. No lights, just the end of a cigarette and a big beer on the picnic table.
Watching.
Surrounded by like overgrown and just the blue light of Ken Burns' Vietnam documentary.
I remember I was staying on the sofa during this period. It was wild
so
stuff.
Funny.
I can't believe that.
So funny.
Insane. Incredible. That backyard. Oh my God. The overgrown time, the parties, the amount of years that basement suite. Why the hell one of us never moved in there? Like when it was like, what?
It was out of our price range.
I don't think it was. It was only like it was like 600 pounds. Like looking back, I was ridiculous in saving money mode.
It was over $1,000.
Was it?
It was over $1,000. Yeah. Because I was talking. I knew the guy who lived down there. He's a mathematician. He's a sweet boy.
I know him. I know him from something else.
You're jacking it.
That's what I was going to apply all the time. Just a perfect angle. And let me tell you, nothing wakes you up more than just what in the world?
Yeah, you couldn't even avoid it because it was just the natural eye line as you turn into the house. And he'd just be in his front room, just jacking it on the couch. They put in frosted glass on the front now. So
kitchen table. It wasn't even that was the most vexing part about it, is that it was I was like, I also see you eating breakfast in that same chair, sir.
Just straight jacking it.
Just having a time with oneself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Baldy, I forgot about that. Yeah, during COVID, whenever Phil did online gigs, I would, as a bit, I would just show up and sit like in front of him, but on camera, and play video games and heckle him, and it was very fun. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Did he enjoy that? Was that a fun bit? That's
He loved
so
it.
funny. Yeah, he
Yeah,
does
he
love
loved
the chaos.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is insane. It's insane that COVID is like. So one of the breakthroughs on my new hours, I just realized like, oh, in my last hour, I never actually talked about like the post-divorce time. So I'm like all the memories of us like streaming all the time and just like the weird, like just so much weird. I nearly died. I was on Oxycontin for a bunch of time. Oh, wild stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do I get name dropped in the new show?
No, I haven't gotten that stuff yet. I'm just like talking about like the emotions of getting divorced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, I finally figured out that, you know, it's not funny. Comedy about other things that are comedy. The classic Edinburgh trick. The amount of shows that are, the amount of times I've gone to see shows, and there is like and I'm with, you know, I always find it very like always like shoehorned in, like, and I'm with comedian Billy Pants and my friend and your favorite comedian Joey Boom Boom, and I'm always like, this feels trite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some great name drops. There was a Daniel Kitson one by a guy called Rick Keysweater that was the clangiest. Had nothing to do with the show. Made me laugh so hard.
20 minutes about skateboarding.
Couldn't believe it.
I had 20 minutes about skateboarding, and I was like, how do you think this is relatable in London? But he got booked. He played Mike Monera's I Got a Gambling Problem Comedy Club way more than old John Boy Hastings. Way more than John Boy Hastings ever worked for a Chris. Do the steps with me. Gambling addict.
Hastings wish he was with Joey Boom Boom. Yeah, that's true.
Who wouldn't wish I was with Joey
Boom Boom? How much more
Boom
fun
Boom.
Joey Boom Boom is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does a podcast with Alan Piss.
Oh, the Piss Man.
That's right. The Golden Shower King of the Junglers Circuit himself.
Man, that dude. I mean, say what you want about how racist and anti-Semitic his bits are. Dude kills.
No, what's funny is that could be like 18
Alan Piss
people.
Kills.
There's certain
I know, right?
guys
That's the whole Jongleur circuit.
I miss those guys. There's so many guys that just disappeared off the comedy circuit that just pop in every once in a while. Oh my god, just absolute characters. God, I miss it.
Yeah, there was a long period where you just sit in a green room, and that was a big part of it. Was the debate between, I mean, what he says is a nightmare, but fuck, man, you can't argue with results. I mean, people would,
of
just
course,
argue with results until it was your turn to go on stage.
Or it would also, of course, be say what you want. He's the worst human being ever. I did see him kill before at the Comedy Store. Like they wouldn't even be good anymore, but they were like
Used
they
to
at
kill.
one time were good. Yeah. They used to kill and are still British, so they still work here.
I remember, and I hadn't really thought about it, but like doing comedy is so much nicer than it used to be, and like just in the backstage, like people are just nicer.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really thought about it until I was listening to Mark Maron. It was right around the time like all the big Austin exodus was happening. All the LA comics were moving to Austin. It was going to be free speech mecca. And fucking Maron was like, listen, fuck those guys, but I gotta say, the Comedy Store has never been nicer.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like all those guys left, and the Comedy Store is suddenly just such a warm, wonderful place to be. And he's like, I'm so glad they left. I wish them luck. Stay gone.
He's 100% correct.
And I started looking at other shows, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, it's way better now.
Certainly. Mark Maron is many things. A liar, in this case, is not one of them.
I gotta go. I gotta drop off keys for my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can get a raid going. This is the first time in a while. Let's all watch me fuck this up.
Yeah. Let's just look. Oh, nice.
Oh.
While John is busy, you just drink that shit in, viewers.
Drink.
Come on, Chunkies. Look at that.
Oh my!
I hope everyone has a wonderful week. It's been a pleasure seeing you. I'll be in a more traditional.
This is practice for your solo streams. No, I'm also going to
surroundings
stop.
next time.
This means I can eat food before my show. This is what this means. Hang on.
Good. Well, then I'm glad. I wish you'd said that earlier. I would have just ended it early, anyways.
What do you mean? Why do we have to end early? I don't like when someone's excited about it.
Just
because that's not good.
Because it's important that you eat, John. Food matters. Just as a friend
for you.
I love the idea of you eating food.
I do not remember how to raid, so this is going to be a real fun experiment, Chris. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it together.
Oh, we just got raided, Matt.
God damn it, Matt
Thank you so much
Blair.
for the raid. You caught us just as we're leaving. We love you. I hope you had a great stream. Enjoy whoever we're going to raid.
Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
We're back. I think
I thought it was going to go straight into the exit video.
No, okay. Do you want to go My Gun is Huge or Fox Comedy? I'm going to say My Gun is Huge because he needs more viewers. That's what I'm going to go with. So
Great.
we're going My Gun is Huge.
Great.
Raid messages. What should the raid message be, Chris? Glenn Foster, that Canadian guy. Very stand-up centric.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Go talk to go start a bunch of conversations about stand-up in My Gun and Hughes. My Gun is Huge.
That's fights Nick Cannon. Who wins?
That's right. Raid now. I said raid now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Put on the outro video, John. Do it. It's so easy.
I'm doing it now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how we got this far with technical problems, but we did.
That's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. That's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse.